Hey players, today's video is going to be a little bit more casual. I'm going to sit back, relax, and answer the questions that you guys asked me over on Instagram for today's Ask Me Anything.
This is the Josh Speaks. Watching the Josh Speaks.
I made a post over on Instagram asking you guys to submit your questions. So if you're not following me over there, make sure to follow me at thejoshspeaks. Before I get into the questions though, I want to tell you guys about the super comfortable lounge chair I'm sitting on from Sumo Lounge. What I'm hanging out on right now is the Sumo Gamer. And let me tell you guys, this is perhaps the most comfortable thing I've ever sat on in my entire life. Sumo Lounge sent this chair over to me and wanted to get my thoughts in it. And I have to say, guys, if you're looking to meditate, you want to game, or you want to just hang out and relax, you need one of these chairs. It's super comfortable. I'm going to put the link for it in the description below, but let's move on to the questions. Hayden Curran 6034 asks, how did your Valentine's Day go? Valentine's Day was awesome for me. My girlfriend gave me a bunch of cool gifts, which you can see over on Instagram. We went to check out a wedding photographer to see what we want to do for our upcoming wedding, and we got dinner together and watched The Office. There's no perfect Valentine's Day than that. BD1234 asks, who was your first love and how did it go? I don't really recall who my first love was or who I was first in love with, but the first person that I really had true feelings for and had feelings for me back was my first girlfriend. I did a video over on that. If you want to go check it out, I go into the whole story. Yuhishano asked, is YouTube your job? YouTube is still a hobby of mine. I do videos on the side. It is not my main source of income, but my goal is to eventually make it my full-time thing. I want to do videos for you guys. I want to meet you guys. I want to just explore the Josh Speaks and make it as big as I can. Dalton Baxter asks, what editing program do you use? I use Adobe Premiere Pro to edit my videos and Adobe Photoshop to edit my thumbnails. If you're interested in the Adobe Creative Suite, they have different student deals. So if you're a student, you should definitely check out the link in the description below. Laz Callum asks, what are your biggest pet peeves? Okay, so I'm not a big pet peeve person, but two things that really bother me is when I'm getting on the train and someone stops immediately right in front of the doors as you're getting on. Like, just go in a little bit or else the rest of us can't get on the train. And my other pet peeve is when someone starts a conversation, shares their opinion on the topic, and leaves it open for you to share yours, but then says they don't want to talk about it anymore. Why'd you bring it up in the first place? Hendosa Dorov asks, do you have any pets? Me and my girlfriend currently don't have any pets. We did foster a dog named Marley, which was amazing. I did a video about that, which you guys can go check out. My mom, however, does have two female dogs, a little Chihuahua and a Chihuahua/miniature Doberman Pinscher. They're the tiniest little dogs in the world, and I do plan on getting pets someday. Zach Morgan 231 asks, how did you pick YouTube for a job? Well, I started doing YouTube videos a long time ago. I did a video explaining my whole origin story if you want to check it out, but my goal is to make this a full-time thing. So stay tuned guys, it's gonna happen. Ethan Kessler 11 asks, what do you want to do in 25 years? Well, hopefully in 25 years, I can build out the Josh Speaks to be a huge network of different creators and different speakers that can reach out to different youth and to share messages similar to what I'm doing on the Josh Speaks. I want to be that old man, not the person on camera, but to have different people on camera, and I would just kind of orchestrate everything from behind the scenes. Ethan also asks, how big are you into comics? I was asking because of all the figures in the back. Oh, you mean those figures. I'm a huge comic book fan. I love Marvel. I love DC. The only comic I'm currently up to date on is The Walking Dead, but I've been following these things all my life. I love collecting figures, as you guys can see, so that's pretty much where I stand with all that. Luyu wants to know, what made you start YouTube? Originally, when I started YouTube, I didn't plan on doing the Josh Speaks, and I only went into it as time went on. When I first started, I had a YouTube channel called Alliance Adventures, which is still up. Me and my friends did a bunch of different random skits and comedy things, and that's how we kind of got in the groove of making videos originally on YouTube. Daniel Shapira asks, what inspires you to continue making videos? That's a really great question. You guys are what inspire me to continue making videos. As I interact with you guys and answer your questions and learn more about your own life stories, I see such a need for me to make these videos. I want to be there at the forefront to help you guys learn how to be your best self, so you guys inspire me. Devin Coy wants to know, what's your dream? I'd say my dream is to just teach people how to be confident, compassionate, and mindful in their day-to-day lives. I feel like learning those skills has been so valuable to my own personal growth, and my dream is to just continue to teach other people how to reach them too. DeMarco Williams wants to know, how long are you going to do YouTube for? DeMarco, I'm in this for the long haul. I feel like I want to dedicate my life to helping people, and whether it's on the YouTube platform or somewhere else, that's what I'm always going to focus on doing. So I'll be on YouTube as long as YouTube is relevant. Michael86 Garcia wants to know, are you a virgin? No, I am not. I haven't quite shared that story yet, but it's going to be a funny one when I finally tell it over on the channel. Alex Payton wants to know, are you still in college or not? What did you go for? Alex, I'm no longer in college. I graduated years and years ago, and I went for business, marketing, and digital arts. I told the story over on my whole college experience in a different video, which you should definitely go check out. Michael Bartoletti wants to know, what school do you go to? Michael, I don't go to school anymore. I have a full-time job and my part-time job. But I had went to Edward R. Murrow High School and Mark Twain as my middle school, and I went to Stony Brook University as my college. Jake DC 20167 wants to know, what's your favorite song and genre of music? Jake, I have a lot of different favorite songs, a lot of different favorite genres, but my favorite musical artist is Quiet Company, followed by Keena Grannis. Those are my two all-time favorites. Jay Nashir asked, I always see a bunch of superhero stuff in the background of your videos. Are you a fan of all the Marvel and DC movies and comics? And if so, how did you start to like that stuff? Well, I've been a fan of Marvel and DC all my life. I haven't seen all the DC movies, and I haven't seen all the Marvel movies yet. I kind of skipped the Iron Man ones in the middle, and I never saw any of Thor. But I definitely saw most of the big ones like Captain America and the Avengers movies and all those fun stuff. How did I start liking all of this? I started liking when I was a kid. I think I originally got action figures, and that kind of spawned my liking for X-Men and Spider-Man. Also, the Saturday morning cartoons did me in. BJ Gadberry 04 wants to know, what is your favorite question that someone has asked you? I don't know. I've been asked a lot of questions over the years, and I think they're all awesome. Any question that can be helpful to someone else, I think is a good question. Alex Karen is asking, what keeps you going through the day, and what has motivated you to keep following through with YouTube? Man, what motivates me is you guys. What keeps me going day to day is answering your guys' questions, interacting with you on Snapchat and Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and all these different platforms. The fact that you guys are so interactive and so helpful to one another inspires me so much to keep making videos for you guys. King Alex 764 wants to know, how old are you and when is your birthday? I'm 29 years old and I was born on November 13th, which oddly enough was a Friday the 13th. Spooky. DeMarco Williams also asks, do you ever want or plan for your wife to join the channel aside you? Absolutely. I want to start bringing her into videos. She's an expert in her own field of social work, so I think she can offer a lot of great advice and help to you guys too. Miami Boy 331 asks, what kind of job do you have besides YouTube? That's a really good question. I work in the education technology field. I do a lot of marketing work, which is pretty much designing posters and banners and emails and all that kind of creative fun stuff you see for an education company, which markets out to teachers and principals and schools. Zach Verna wants to know, do you like Kiss? I think they're okay. I've only heard a handful of songs by them, and of course my favorite is, I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. And finally, Jersey the Best asks, did you and your parents ever get into disagreements when you were a teen? Absolutely. We used to disagree and fight over things all the time. Most of the time it was because I wanted to go somewhere with my friends and my parents felt I shouldn't be going out too late, and it was a whole mess at the time. Looking back, I feel like, they had the right intentions. They just didn't want me going anywhere where I can get hurt or be under bad influence. But that's a video I'm going to get to soon in the future. I hope that information was helpful in teaching you guys a little bit more about me. But now I want to learn a little bit more about you. What's something you're looking forward to doing when you get older? Leave your answers in the comment section below. And if you want to learn even more about me, check out the other Q&A videos that I've done and check out the playlist of all my different life stories and experiences that I've shared there as well. As always, guys, love and peace.